In this video, we're going to talk about two special right triangles. The first one is a 45-45-90 triangle. A 45-45-90 triangle is isosceles. That means that it has two congruent sides. Right here, we have the two congruent sides. This is 45-45. So what makes this a special right triangle? Well, there are certain shortcuts that we can apply to this triangle that's going to connect the angles to the sides. So basically, the shortcut for a 45-45-90 triangle is that because we have an isosceles right triangle, the two legs of the triangle are congruent. And then to go from the leg to the hypotenuse, all you have to do is multiply by the square root of 2. If you want to go backwards from the hypotenuse to a leg, you're going to divide by the square root of 2, and then you would have to rationalize if necessary. Let's say in example number 1, we have an isosceles right triangle. Because it is isosceles and one of the legs is 5, I immediately know the other leg is 5. According to my shortcut, the hypotenuse should be 5 times the square root of 2. Let's go ahead and put that to the test. So if I know that I have the Pythagorean theorem, 5 squared plus 5 squared, that should equal c squared, where c is my hypotenuse. 5 squared is 25, 5 squared is 25, so 25 plus 25 is equal to 50, so 50 should equal c squared. If I take the square root of 50, then in that case, I can break this down as the square root of 25 times the square root of 2. The square root of 25 is 5, so my answer is 5 square root of 2, which is exactly what the shortcut says that we should get. So by knowing the 45-45-90 special right triangle, what it allows you to do is to shorten the amount of time it takes you to reach the answer. Of course, this is something you can figure out right now by just using the Pythagorean theorem, but it makes life a lot faster and easier if you actually know the shortcuts. Let's go ahead and go backwards. Let's say that we have the hypotenuse is 5 radical 2, and we're trying to figure out the lengths of the sides. Let's try it that way. So this time around, we're going to assume that we know the hypotenuse is 5 radical 2, but we're trying to figure out the side lengths. Again, this is an isosceles triangle, therefore we do know that these two side lengths will be equal. So I can set up the Pythagorean theorem, x squared plus x squared should equal 5 square root of 2 squared. So this is 2x squared is equal to, the way you work with 5 square root of 2 squared is that 5 squared is 25, and the square root of 2 squared is just 2. So then you end up with 2x squared is equal to 50. If we divide by 2 on both sides, 50 divided by 2 is 25. So x is going to equal the square root of 25, which is 5. And sure enough, we were able to get back exactly the same answer. So in this video, we went over the first special right triangle, which is the 45-45-90 triangle. The other special right triangle is the 30-60-90 triangle. In the 30-60-90 triangle, it is no longer isosceles. It is going to be scalene. Notice that all the angles are different, therefore all the side lengths will also be different. So this is a scalene right triangle. Opposite of the 30-degree angle, we have what's called the short leg. Opposite of the 60-degree angle is what we call the long leg. And then opposite of the 90-degree angle, of course, that's always the hypotenuse. The shortcuts are that to go from the short leg to the hypotenuse, you're going to multiply by 2. Whatever the short leg is, the hypotenuse is multiplied by 2. To go from the short leg to the long leg, then you're going to multiply by the square root of 3. So that would mean that this is x square root of 3, 2x. And this is the shortcut that you'll be able to apply to any triangle. So if I happen to know the short leg is 5, then the hypotenuse is 10, and this is 5 square root of 3. Hope you found this video helpful. Remember to subscribe to my channel for more help with math so that you can say, yes, I can do math with confidence. Until next time, thanks for watching.